Washington, D.C., via North Carolina, comes MC and producer J Scienide, fresh off the release of his new album, Living in Large Buildings with Bes Kept. The project is packed with standout tracks like Women of the U.S., Funny Farm, and After Work Mixer, each offering a masterclass in storytelling, sharp bars, and head-nodding production. In addition to his new album, J Scienide is known for critically acclaimed albums like The Actual Heat, Goat vs. Sheep with Napoleon Da Legend, and Drum Machine Tape Cassette with Kev Brown. Tune in to learn about his journey in music, the making of living in large buildings, and what he's got coming next at 4 o'clock LA, 7 o'clock New York. Let's bring him in.
Yo,
Peace, peace, peace.
peace. What's up, man?
Salute, salute.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, bro?
It's good, my brother. Hey, man, it's an honor to have you on. It's been truly a pleasure to delve deep into your discography. You know, when you listen to somebody's body of work, like album after album in order, it's a great experience. And you're a tremendous MC and producer. You're back with a brand new album, Living in Large Buildings with Bes Kept. We could probably start right there. Let's talk about the new project.
Yo, I met Bes Kept through my another person I work with, Bozak Morris, like
Yeah.
in like up in Toronto. Um, like I was working on the Popular Mechanics album, like at that time, and like my album, The Actual Heat, was getting repressed by Fat Beats at the time. So I just met him like around that time, Yeah, it was it was like at that time, like I was meeting a whole bunch of different people like on the scene in Toronto.
Wow.
So yeah, it was like, I met him around that time, like, and we just hit it off. Like, yeah, shout out to all my people up in Toronto too, man.
Yo, Toronto got a crazy poppin' scene.
Yeah, it does. It's a
Yeah.
lot of, like I said, it's a lot of dope people in Toronto, like as far as like MCs, musicians, DJs,
Yeah.
just like artists, period, yo. Like record stores, there's all kind of shit up in Toronto, man.
That's dope. That's dope. And did you meet him like you were in Toronto, like performing, or was it like, like online? Was it like an online meeting? How did that kind of like really start to come together?
Nah, I met him pretty much like in the studio when I was working on like Popular Mechanics. And like I said, I was up there because like my album was getting repressed. So like I was just running around just meeting all these different people. And like, yeah, we just really like hit it off. And then I would remember like I'll go there a lot because I was going to the conventions, the record shows, like I don't, you can see in the back of me all
Yeah,
around
yeah,
me
you're a record
records.
collector, producer,
Yeah,
right? We know about
yeah. So
that.
it's like all these records. So I'm like, it was it was like I was just there like doing a lot of work and just meeting a lot of people. And like I remember he was like, well, he told me, he's like, I got some beats for you. Either you gonna like them or you not. And yo,
Right, because
and
the productions, it's a certain flavor.
yeah, it is. And it's like it's right up my alley. It's like the production is like shit that I really like to rhyme over and stuff. Like I don't like to rhyme over everything that everybody else rhymes over.
I really enjoyed the production on this album. I really enjoyed you on this production. And you're right. You always have like you have a like a style, bro. You have like a style that's, it's soulful, but that's too simple. It's too simple to say it's soulful, right? You're really digging for like really you love production and music. So sonically, you know when something is special, right?
Yeah,
And it stands out in the beats you pick and in the beats you produce. You know what I'm saying? How long did y'all work on this album?
damn. I would say like a winter and a spring. Like it didn't really take us that long because I was working on so many projects at that time, but I stopped just to work on that. But I would say like a couple of months. It really didn't take me long. I was knocking out maybe 2, 3 songs, like just like that. We got so much stuff that's in the vault too. So I mean, stay tuned. Yeah, it didn't take that long at all. Like it don't take me that long to do something. If I'm really interested in it, it don't take that long at all.
Yeah. And so with the beats like and how you guys work together, What was that collaboration like? You know, would he send over beat packs, or did you guys come up with more? Because that's an interesting name. The album has the interesting name. The last song, 12th Floor Scriptures, the introduction, like all those things put together a conceptual project. But how did that idea come together, and how did y'all collaborate in regards to like the building of the pieces of the album?
Like he would send me stuff. Like he would send me beats, and I was there a lot, so I would go by the crib and I would just record while I was there. But sometimes I would be at home and he would send me something. Like I remember he sent me the beat to Funny Farm, and like when I
That
heard it,
joint
I was
is
just
so
like,
special, bro.
yeah, I was just like, yo, as soon as he sent it to me, I was right, and I sent it right back. It was just times like that that he would just send me things like, and it was times I was there, like I would just be, I was just be at the apartment, and like he would just be sitting there like watching TV, like just hitting a button, like just nothing, like just I remember like I had left out of the room. He had these drums playing, and it was the beat for like he's making the beat for like set the pace. I was like, God damn! I was like, what the? I was like, what the fuck? And so I just like I just started writing like right then and there. Like, here's your new keys. That's the same thing. I just got off the plane and I just got over there. I came over there and like he was playing this beat. I was like, yo, I got something. I started writing, went to the booth. It's just like that. It's just very like I don't know. It's like sometimes it's like there's flashes like at spurts, and then sometimes it's like I would just sit down and just work on it and shit. But like yeah, man, it was like a dope project, and I always had that name, living in large buildings. So I was like, when I heard the beats and I named some of the titles of the songs, I was like, yo, it's just like gonna be like something like living in a building because we're city kids, you
Yeah,
know, you used to the buildings and stuff, So yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I know that always bugs me out too, like how there's so many people in these little compartments all over, you know what I'm saying, all over. They could all come out, they could all go back in.
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly,
saying? It's wild.
exactly, yeah. And so so like it's crazy, like it's all these little, it's like all these parts, and like the album just, I don't know, just the title just made it just meshed everything together. It really did mesh everything together. Love
Yeah,
the title.
yeah. The you know, right out the gate, like some of the songs that you guys released in the build up of the actual release are
Hmm.
real, you know, like singles, like real single. You can hear it. You're like, oh, that's a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, Women of the U.S., like that's a hit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
then Funny
yeah.
Farm, obviously. Talk to us about like those real special songs. And are there any more plans? Like, cause you know you're known also for some dope video work, right? Clarity has an incredible video. DEFCON 4. Are there any talks about visuals for some of these more like um I guess radio friendly, playlist friendly tracks?
Like we shot a video. We're working on the video for Funny Farm should be out like maybe in a week or two. And
Ah.
after that, I'm thinking I'm kind of like writing like a treatment for like a couple of them, maybe like after work mixer or something like that. So I'm writing a
That
couple of
joint, see, but that's a J
yeah.
Cyanide joint. That's like your signature sound. I don't know. I don't know how what you think about it, but I'm gonna tell you as like a person who loves hip hop, right? You got this unique sound where you like to ride that kick. You know what I'm saying? And that joint after work mixer is like one of them joints. Like Clarity is like another one of those where like you ride that kick like it's nasty, bro. That shit is like
Yeah.
such a dope sound.
It's I don't know. It's just like yo, I found my niche. I found my pocket. Like I found what I like. It like it took me a while like to get there, but I know what I like. So I think it shows like in my production and like the way I rhyme. Some people, they know what they like. I just know what's going to get me, what's going to grab me and stuff. So like just rhyming and having like my own style and stuff like that is like that was very important to me just to figure that shit out.
Yeah, yeah. And you were talking, I get excited, you know what I'm saying? But you're talking about like the treatment, the potential treatment for some of the songs on this, and you mentioned
Mhm.
After Work Mixer. So that's one that you're thinking about. Are there any other video ideas you're thinking about, for
I
this
think
album?
I'm thinking about women, like women of the U.S. Like I'm thinking about, a video for that. That would be fire. Like if we shoot a video for that, I want that shit to look like what's it, David Lee Roth? Like when he had that
Oh
song,
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
Girls,
California
all the
Girls.
girls, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I want something like that, yo. So I'm thinking about shit like all the time, and I got, I know people who can execute it. So just trying to figure out what's the next step, what's the next move, like which one we gonna shoot a video for, what's the next thing. I want my shooting something for Set the Pace because I love that song, like all of them,
Yeah,
like mini videos or whatever, yo. So yeah, we figuring it out, we working.
that's dope. That's dope. So you did mention that in about 2 weeks, Funny Farm, that video is about that we're gonna see that video.
Yeah, that'll be dropping. That'll definitely be dropping. That'll be probably dropping on like you can see it like on Fat Beats and stuff. So it'll be coming out real soon.
That's dope. That's dope. Any other details, related to this album that you want to share with us? You're also known for your performances. Oftentimes, there'll be like a record release, then comes the video and the merch, and then you gotta go. You gotta go out and
And
gotta
you
go
gotta go out and
spread that word.
promote.
So, are there any plans in regards to that?
Yeah, like I'm actually starting to like get back like into like doing shows.
Yeah,
So I got a catalog. So I'm like I gotta condense some of that shit and like figure out what to do here, what to do here. So I'm working on that now. So of course, like those songs and like going out with Best Kept, that'll be dope. Like a listening, like maybe like a vine, like the vinyl release party. We playing in that now because of course we doing vinyl for the project.
yeah,
Um, so we trying to figure that out now. Like a couple of like we're doing a couple of things like behind the scenes, like we keeping them on a hush, but it'll be more like trust me, it'll be more, especially with this project, man. It's like I'm really proud of this project, and like a lot of people have been hitting me up about it like lately.
yeah.
It's been crazy. Like a lot of people have been like, "Yo, this is it. This is the one." So I
It's a
ain't gonna
really dope
disappoint.
project.
Yeah, like I'm just
Yeah, and
ready.
also you got the Toronto, right? So like, your connection, you got the DC, obviously the New York, right?
Mhm.
And then the South, right? North Carolina. So you got that kind of mid-Atlantic, East Coast, but then that Toronto really like opens it up. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it
It's
seems
a
like
big landmass.
yeah, my fan base is. I would say like like pretty. I check my stats. My fan base is New York. That's why I'm in New York all the time. Like my fan base is New York, Europe, the United Kingdom, Canada, and Japan. Like big. You know what I'm saying? I sell a lot of records in these places. So hopefully I'll be hitting these places soon. I'll be back in Europe real soon. So yeah, like it's been really good. It's really, really been good. I'm just trying to figure out where to go, especially when we start booking these shows. Hold on.
Yeah. So you mentioned Fat Beats, right? And are they in Toronto?
No, Fat Beats is
They're in New
they moved
York,
from New
right?
York. No, they moved from New York. They're actually in LA. Yeah, they're actually in LA now.
I know
Like
that there's
it's
a Fat Beats in. That's the Fat Beats. The one that's here is the Fat Beats now.
yeah, that's the Fat Beats now. Like that one.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's the one. Like
That
that's
feels
that.
weird. It feels like it's supposed to be in New York.
Yeah, I know. It does. It does.
I love LA, but it just feels like it's supposed to be. It's like Death Row, but it's in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? It's like, huh?
Yo, it is crazy. Hold on, a million people hit me up. Like I guess they can't see me or something or what? Hold on, I'm trying. I can't see them. So most of the time you go on live, you can see like the bloop bloop bloop. What the fuck am I doing wrong? Hold on, man. I just went on live. You can see it though, right?
I'm chilling with you.
I ain't bong. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, yeah. And then this version, at least I know from my experience, this version of what we're doing right now is what winds up being saved and get put on YouTube. What we're doing
All right,
right here, right now. I don't
all
know
right.
about what everybody else is going on, you know what I'm saying? But we live.
Nah, this is my bad. It's a commercial break. Yeah. We could go back. But yeah. Like I said, I'm definitely planning to go back. Like go back to hit the road and go back on the road. You know what I'm saying? And just I'm really looking forward to it. Cause so like if you like anybody out there you trying to book your boy, just let me know.
Yeah, yeah, and then especially with that Fat Beats Connect out here in LA, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? That's a shoe in.
Yeah, I've been. I like I said, I love going to LA. Like, shout out to what I'm saying. I did stuff with D Styles, the Beat Junkies.
Yeah,
So that's crew. Like, shout out to House Shoes and everybody. Everybody always looked out. Everybody look out.
yeah, and then for the record collectors, mad record stores out here, like
Exactly.
tons of record stores, and then
I'm,
LA's so big that it's just everywhere, right? There's just record stores in every neighborhood in LA.
Trust me, I'll come back with so so many trips to so many different places with just records. Like I got stacks of records in here I ain't even listened to yet. And I'm actually like home like tonight just working on I got hit up about some doing some production for an album. So at home is going through some of these stacks. Like I'm working on shit. I'm working all weekend.
That's dope, bro. That's dope.
Yeah.
Hey, it's good to be working.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
good to
tell me
be in
about it.
demand.
Yeah, well, it is. It is. It actually is. It actually is.
Yeah.
I can't front.
The about that, when we go to J Scienide and we look up your discography on any of the digital streaming platforms, Bandcamp or anything like that, that's you. That's you as an MC, as a producer, right? Is there other work that you're doing that's kind of like hired gun as a producer that maybe we know less about, that's maybe for other projects, in support of projects, maybe TV, film, video games, anything like that?
That's something I'm trying to get into, like more like video games, and like I got to get into like the with getting video games. I sample heavy. I got to stop sampling stuff, and I'm also trying to get into like get into the acting world and stuff. Do some
Yeah.
acting.
Yeah.
Like it's just been like really like my main goal is like probably since I got like out of like we all know what happened to me last year, like since I got out of hospital and stuff like that. My main goal is to like really like just like I guess like stomp a mud hole in everything, like keep doing this music and focusing like on that. Yeah, I've been doing like a lot of like behind the scenes like production for a couple of artists. Verses here and there. I did my first movie, like I guess my movie soundtrack, you know what I'm saying? So that was, what I'm saying, that was cool. But like I just been working like just like a motherfucker, like for real. Like, but yeah, like I don't know. I got a few plans.
Is the movie soundtrack something that's already been released, or is that something that's going to be coming out?
I think it's been released, but it should be coming out. I got to find out like what's going on with it, but like it's definitely coming out.
It wasn't like, was it like songs to the movie, or was it like, did you score it like,
I did like
like
I did the ending track. I did the
that's
track.
dope.
I did the song at the end. So I'm like, that's
They
what's
do
up.
it with the credits and all that.
Yeah, I got that song. So when in the movie theater, like you popping eating a popcorn or something, you be like, oh shit, oh
That's
fuck,
Jay.
yeah. So
That's
yeah.
dope. That's dope. Another thing that I'm curious about is, on the production side, um, especially given not only your work as a producer, but your love of sound and your incredible collection of sound. Have you moved into that area of sound design, like these different because that's like a whole thing that producers are doing now where they create different loops, royalty free loops, drum packs, they create soundscapes to then put on places like Splice and stuff like that. Have you moved into that area at all?
Not yet. Like a lot of my friends have, like have are starting to do that. Like I think like a few people I know are making royalty free. Like Bes Kept, like he's doing
Yeah.
royalty free beats and stuff. And like I that's something I want to get into. But it's like right now I'm just with the dust, like the records. This is all about records, but that's something I really want to look into. But when I do it, I don't want to be like one of those people who make like those type of beats and them shits is whack. So I'm like, it's something on
Yeah.
her. They're horrible. But like I want to make sure it's flowing and it sounds like something that I would do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. You have a brand.
Yeah, I have my own brand.
Yeah.
So I,
Yeah.
I, I had to make sure I stay on brand with everything.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really dope.
Mhm.
Yeah, my bro. Let's unpack that, broader catalog that you have, right? You had the work that you recently did with Napoleon the Legend, right? Goat vs. Sheep,
Over
incredible project. Talk about that connection. That's another DC cat out in New York, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about how that collaboration happened.
Go for a sheep happened. Like, well, a lot of people don't know. Like, Napoleon is also like he used to live in DC. Um, I've known Napoleon for like saying for a while. I actually did like a verse for him and Giallo Point. Like Like it's like one of his albums, and so we just connected from that. And, we started following each other, and going back and forth. And so I know Napoleon is like he works. That brother is a monster. I thought I
Yo,
was a
he's a
monster.
savage.
Yeah. So he works. So I came up with an idea, and I'm like, yo, what about if we do a project together? Because I wanted to work with an MC and like not have like me just being able to make beats and stuff like that is like a fucking vacation. Like I'm rhyming on like 3 songs, but it's still like it's like a vacation.
Yeah,
So like me, I just basically like I was just sending him beats just to see if he would mess with them,
yeah.
and he was just coming back, was coming back with this and that, this and that. Like I think maybe the first beat I gave him was "Luxurious Part Time," apartheid, whatever. I
His
gave him that
verse on
beat.
that joint is
That's the
so
first.
like the way he puts that
Yeah.
opening sequence together. That beat is nuts. That joint is so fire.
Yeah, so that was the first one. Like, and I had my boy John Doe in the cuts. When I heard that, I was like, all right, yo, yeah, we gonna fucking make an album and shit. So we just start going in, like he's sending me stuff back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's coming up with the artwork. I don't know which one of us came up. I don't know who came up with the name. I think he came up with the name Goat versus Sheep. So
Yeah,
I'm like, that's a fire ass name. Came up with a couple of designs for like the artwork and stuff.
yeah.
And
Because
like,
the goat got the laser. The laser's coming out of the eyes on the goat. Yo, there it is.
yeah, it's a beautiful album. Like I'm very proud like of this album. Like I remember when I like when we got it mixed and engineered, the engineer told me, he called me, he was like, yo, this album sounds like a cross between like Madlib and Gangstar. I was like, what?
Yeah,
He told me that
yeah.
shit. I was like, I bet. And so I'm like, yeah, man, like the album did great everywhere, got playlisted. Second single was Wind Parade. And like I like, you know what, he ain't gonna have all the fun. So I gotta get on this Friday too. Shout out to everybody that was on the album, yo. It was like that was fun. That was really fun to do. So I plan on doing more projects like that. Like just
Yeah, it's really dope.
production and shit. So the next couple ones, like stay tuned for those. One of them's almost ready. Just gotta make sure it's good,
Got it. So there's
everything.
more J Cyanide as the producer with a heavyweight on bar. Mostly on the mic. There's some more of that coming.
Yeah, most of the time I produce for myself.
Yeah,
So or like I produce for myself, or when I'm doing a project, like say I'm doing a project with Kev or somebody, like like Kev was one of the main people that was like, yo, you can really you can do this shit. Like, and I
that's
think
dope.
like him watching me, like he'll tell you like him watching me make a beat, he's just like, how the fuck do how do you do that? How do you do that? I'm just like, I don't know. It's just me. That's just the way I do it. Yeah, he'll tell you like it's, but like I said, like it's starting to be fun. But I'm selfish. Like when I make a beat, I feel like I got to rhyme over all of them. I don't have to do that shit.
I
I
mean,
like
how do you decide?
minimum.
Because you got the skills, you know what I'm saying? So how do you
Yeah.
give like luxurious, the luxurious joint with? How do you wind up? That's a hard decision to make. So
I was
much
in the
heat.
zone. It's like I was popping my head, like, no, no, like, you're not gonna take this. You're not gonna do this one. You don't need that. It was like I was really like in this type of zone. I remember, man, when I made that beat, it was like around this time. It was on a Saturday. I'm gonna go to the bar. I remember I did some Dilla type shit. I had grabbed like a bunch of records, put them shits down, went through them, learned, heard this bop bop bop, heard this. I like, okay, and like I made that beat like in 10, 15 minutes. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the bar.
Yeah, I'm
Yo,
going to
like
chill.
yeah, I was at the
Work is
bar.
done
Like
for
I came,
today.
yeah, I'm done for the day. But what I do, I went home. I came back home later, and I started making more shit. So turn the TV on, made more shit. Stay home on Saturday night.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like I like the stuff that I do, like I can just make shit like say like I have like all these little EPs I put out, like Chaos Cycle and all
Chaos
these other
Cycle's
like little
dope.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like culture, vulture. This is little shit I put out. I do that shit in a weekend.
Wow.
And I just turn it around and like if I want to put something out, like I want to do one tonight or something, I could just do it. You know, it's just fun with
Yeah,
it. Just have
whenever
fun.
you want to lock in, you can go in Friday, come out Monday. That joint going up on the digital distributors.
Yeah, I could just put it out fine, you know what I'm saying? Get some artwork, figure out the artwork, figure out everything, get it mixed, mastered, and just put it out.
That's dope.
And you gonna sit on it for
Yeah,
fucking
for
what?
what?
Yeah, for what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goat versus sheep. We talked about how dope that cover artwork was. Who did that? Who did the artwork for that?
My boy Yella Schmidt. He's over in the Netherlands. Though I work with him on me and Kev's like straight from the pack. Like I came up with the design. Like so a lot of my artwork for my albums, I used to draw a little. I'll sketch out an idea,
Yeah,
figure it out, and I might send it to like the person for them to like to work on it. So Yella did that, and he did like I got a couple of upcoming projects. So he worked on those too. Like we worked really good together. And I met him through my boy Boss. Boss runs a label called the Rap Winkle, and I met like that's why I met him, and he put out me and Kev's first album. So yeah, like I kind of like I got contacts. So he need artwork from people. I got people. You know what I'm saying I can just hit him up. Shout out to my
yeah.
brother Ace. Ace does like a lot of my singles and stuff like that. He's done artwork for me too. So I have a few people.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. What are you producing on? What can you share with the people who love your production, who are coming up to trying to figure things out? You've been producing for so long. You've been around legends like Kev Brown. What are you producing on now? What does your production workflow look like?
Like what machine
Yeah,
or
machine sample. How you doing it? Are you running it through a DAW? You know what I'm saying? Whatever you can share too, because I know that there's secrets to the craft.
Yo, I make beats on a fucking dinosaur. I call it my dinosaur. It's like a ASR X Pro. Nobody don't use that shit. Like you see
This is the
like a
old
couple
school
people.
machine.
It's an old school joint because I saw I bought the original one I bought was the red one. Everybody knows a black one and a red one. Okay, so this is funny. Like the reason I bought the machine, was like I was on my way to New York and I wanted to buy a machine and I was $200 short. Oh, everybody's like, get the NPC. And see, my homeboy on Tame had the red one too. I was nah, I get that. I can show you how to use it. So I bought it instead of buying the MP. I
That's
mean,
how you
like,
wound up
Richard, I
with it.
have the NPC too, huh?
So
Yeah,
you
but
wound up just because he had one and you was 200 short.
yeah. So I figured out how to use it, and then like for some reason, like I moved and I plugged that shit up into like an outlet, and it just I just seen like a spark, and it just caught on fire, and I was like, damn. So my homeboy, one of my best friends, was a dope MC, Superstition. He had one. He had the black one. He gave it to me, and half the knobs and the pads didn't work. I think it was like maybe six pads worked, and the knobs was real fucked up.
Like he
And I
spilled
but
a
I made
soda
it,
on
but
it or something.
but yo, I made the actual heat on that shit. I made the actual heat on that, and
Wow.
I made the actual heat on that, and I made Drum Machine Tape Cassette, my beats for that on there, and like all the singles and stuff I put came from that one. Then I gave it back to him. I bought another one from my boy. Shout out to Praise. Got the one from Praise.
Legendary praise.
Yeah, shout out to Praise. Yeah, got one from Praise, and that was it. But then I told everybody, and I see like the machines that Kev got. Yeah, like I had like I took a long walk earlier today, and I was like standing by the water. I was like, yeah, I need to fucking go ahead and get this NPC, get this new one. Yeah, I'm still gonna use that, but I need to fucking step it up. I need to get a new one. My
But
workflow is
it's
so
tough
much
because
crazier.
you're so comfortable. You just want to make beats.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with it, but at the same time, technology is changing. Like yo,
Fast.
and like see, I'll dump the beats, I'll make the joint, I'll dump it into like my laptop, I'll just dump it in, and I'll just work from the laptop. I got all these floppy disks that I used to make beats off of. I got
Like
old beats on
real
that shit.
old school.
Yeah, like I'm like, man, I can't be doing that. I'm like, yo, I cannot be doing that. Like my daughter's coming, she like, those are real? I'm like, yeah, you remember I used to use these when you was a kid. Come on, man. I can't do that no more.
Yo, you can still buy floppy disks,
I don't probably I think on Amazon. Yeah, you can still get them on Amazon. But
right? Probably
I
like
don't
kind of like
like
VHS tapes or something. Like they're still out there.
yeah, but I ain't bought none in a long time because like I just started dumping stuff and like, you know, on a laptop. So
Yeah.
that helps out tremendously. You know, so but I know once I get a live or something like that, every shit going to change again. It's going to change.
The fire is already crazy. So when you do that level up, and then there might be like a little learning curve, right?
Oh yeah,
Like a couple weekends, and that's
no,
it. Watch out.
nobody gonna know it's a learning curve because I'm like at the same time as a learning curve, I'm still gonna be dumping music. I got so many
Yeah.
songs and stuff that anybody heard yet. I'm still gonna dump music.
How you
And it,
keep it in the tuck, man? How do you just sit on heat?
I don't know, it's hard, but I mean, I just have to. It's like I come up with ideas and I come up with projects and certain things, and I'm just like, this ain't ready yet. It's I've got songs that I probably recorded like 5 years ago or even during COVID. And I'm like, this is not ready yet. That project's not ready. Like I'm working on my next album like after Kaput, the next album that I guess like my next full solo album with just me.
Yeah.
Like I'm working on that now. And I'm just like, yo, this gotta be the one. This gotta be it. I love the other two, but I'm like this one, you know, making sure, man, I gotta make sure it's right.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, yeah, I gotta make sure it's right.
Tell us how you met Kev Brown, because he's such a he's such a dope producer, such a legend globally in the production world, right? And then obviously in DC hip hop. I think I share from you. I'm from DC originally. I'm a transplant out in LA. You know what I'm
You
saying?
are?
So yeah,
I did not know that. I
yeah,
think you
yeah, yeah,
told me
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm a
I didn't know
DC
that.
cat.
Damn, that's crazy, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I
That's
grew up in
wild.
Virginia
Yeah.
and stayed in Columbia Heights and in Adams Morgan. Like after college, that's where I lived. And then I'm
Lord.
only out in LA now for 3 years.
What you know about Johnny's over there, the little carry out on the corner?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I know about all the staking cheese joints, all the Chinese food joints and the mumbo sauce and everything. I grew up on go-go.
Yeah, okay. So we used to, yeah. When I first moved here, we used to go to Johnny's. Me and Ace, my boy Ace, we used to go to Johnny's like all the time, and it's like I ain't have my equipment on me then. I was just like, when I get my equipment, I'll do this. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna do this and do that. And yo, now look at us. Look, you know what I'm saying? Look what happened. Shit's crazy.
Yeah,
These
it
girls
really is,
go
dude.
to Johnny's and just figure
Your
it out.
career is dope. You're working with the biggest names and have your own sound and your own lane, and it's really dope. Really, really
Yeah.
dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you asked me how did I meet Kev?
Yeah, yeah, that kind of that story because you guys are crew. You know what I'm saying? So like the way that original connection happened, I think a lot of people would be interested in how that happened and the role he's played also like in your career and as how you guys have like influenced each other.
Yo, I met Kev like 3 times, yo. Like, okay, the first time I met Kev was on a visit to DC.
Wow.
Out like if they DC used to do these events like DC Loves Dilla, right? And I just
Yeah.
happened to be in town and like a homeboy of mine, like my boy Two Tone Jones, DJ, my boy Trey. Like I known Trey for like ever. Trey was DJing. Trey was going to like he like I think Trey moved up here. He was working up here and he was DJing. And I'm in the booth with him, like, looking around. I don't really know nobody, but then I'm like, oh shit, that's Roddy Rod over there. That's Kev Brown. That's Musina. They was like doing like fuck the police on stage. They was killing it. Packed crowd, U Street, first time there, bumping the Kev. I like, yo, I'm a fan and stuff like that. Gave him a pound. Like Guru say, I give somebody a pound, keep that shit moving. Peace.
Yeah.
Tell him my name. I think I met him that night. I met Ken Star. I met all of them. They don't remember that shit. And so then when I moved here, it was a Diamond District, I think, release party.
Wow.
Like shit, that's one of the that album is a holy grail. Like especially
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this like so Diamond District release party. Like Kev was over in the corner like chilling. And I said something to him, that was it. But it wasn't nothing. But was the meeting was like I went to a studio session with a friend of mine, my own boy DJ Roger. We went to a studio session with some of his people. and it was like somewhere like in, I think in Georgetown somewhere. And I was chilling, and then like I'm just looking around because like I don't know none of these dudes, so I'm just sitting there just watching. They making music. I'm watching. There's people in there, there's chicks in there, everybody's in there talking. So I look over in the corner with his headphones on, with his 2500 on his lap. It's Kev. So I walk over, I start talking to him. He let me hear what he making on like on the headphones and stuff. So we just struck a conversation with ourselves. We just over there talking in the corner. And so later on, like, you know what I'm saying, like that night, I played him a couple of things that I was doing, and it just connected like from that. Then I would come over to the crib and stuff like that. And I think it was like couple of joints I started working over there, and then like, yo, man, I was like hit him one day. And I was like, yo, man, let's work on a project. And that was like Drum Machine Tape Cassette. Then, everything just took off from there.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Big shout out to Kev Brown, man. Cause like a
Yeah,
lot of Kev really, that's one of my bro. He really looked out. He stayed looking out. Shout out
that's
to Kev.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Kev Brown.
Shout out to him and shout out to Ken Starr, the new album, all of that shit.
Yeah, yeah. That heavyweight DC cats, but not just DC. It goes beyond, right? Their sound is really dope and known globally. Truly.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It really is. Like
yeah,
it's cool to know all those brothers like Camber, Sean Bourne, all of them, and they're just dope in their own rights. Everybody is just really ill and shit. Shout out to like all of them. Shout out to Low Budget.
yeah. Shout out Low Budget.
Yeah.
The coming up in North Carolina, there's a story and doing my research that I thought was really dope. I think it'd be cool to share, right? Like the Harriet Tubman story. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's such a special moment. That's such a dope, incredible moment. Um, Talk to us
Yo,
about how that happened. You know what I'm saying? How basically I think that that's kind of like how you fell in love with performing.
Yo, the Harriet Tubman, that was like my first rap. It was for Black History Month. It was me and a couple other dudes. Your teacher would get like all the black dudes in the class, like y'all could do a rap or something for us. We all got together and I got Harriet Tubman. And so, I wrote my little Harriet Tubman rap and stuff like that. And everybody was all hyped about us doing this. So I got my part. We all got our parts. We eating on the table and making a beat. And it was so good. I think, yeah. If I remember, I think we had to go to like the office, principal's office, and we did it like on the intercom, like announcements.
Like the
So
whole school. You
yeah,
rocked the
and
whole
so
school.
yeah, so you leave that, you come to school. That's at the end of the day. You come to school the next day. You like
You were a star.
shit started to talk to you. And you ain't never talked to you before. It's a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? It's more fries or your cafe or the plate. The cafeteria lady like, now you need to stick with that. You need to stick with that rapping and stuff. I'm like, cafeteria people, you get a bigger piece of cake. I was like, you know what? I kind of like this. I like this treatment. So I kind of like just stayed with it.
That's dope. That's dope.
Oh, Harriet Tubman rap. Yeah, man.
The
Yeah.
from that, because that's, you were young, right? From that moment in time
hmm
to like when you actually started like getting a bit more organized, right? Like writing songs or producing beats like in a more serious capacity. Like when did you start doing that? Like when would you say it started to get serious for you?
Yo, it started to get serious. It's like I got another brother of mine named Malik. When I saw, when I came to Malik crib, like Malik, like I was coming up, like Malik was like the dude in the neighborhood. Everybody knew this nigga was nice because he could rap, he could fucking do a backwards flip, he could fucking DJ. I'm like, yo, like he was like a technician to like all of us. We was like, wow, like this dude is that dude. I remember one, like, and they used to just see me like, yo, who this little kid? Like, who was, like, I was younger than him.
Yeah.
But I remember, going, my first, like, really hip hop experience, like, I don't really want to fuck with this shit, is when I came into, like, Malik's, like, his apartment's crib. And they had the big floor model TV. He had two techniques on top of it with the mixer. And he was playing, like, Lucky Lucien. And I was like, at that point, I was like, yo, the fuck is what is this? And like, and I'm like, yo, what is this? I'm like, and then I was like, oh wow, like it kind of my mind was blown. I was like, oh shit, you can really sample fucking anything. And it's like him, and it was Luau. It was this dude Luau. We all knew Luau looked like what's them statues at Ellis Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked, he had the crazy big hands. He fucking up the records. Big goop, like, well, I'm like, yo, chill. We was like, yo, chill, chill. He fucking like scrap fucking the needles all up. Luau had like these big ass King Kong Bundy hands. He fucking up everything. But with him elite, I'm watching him. He's like cutting and DJing. He's spinning behind his back, and I'm like, I ain't never seen shit like that. And he rapping and stuff. I'm like, there's some shit like J Live would do. I'm like, what the fuck? And like that's when I like realized I want to do it. So me and him and my homeboy down there, we started a group, Poetic Poetic Disciples, and we was running through like doing talent shows, running. We was running shit, like running through like talent shows. That taught me how to rehearse, work on this, do music. Like I guess that shit taught me a lot.
Yeah.
We met a lot of people like coming up, but we used to like, man, we was good. We would take our money and go to the studio. We had records. We used to boost. We used to boost records back
Yeah.
then. I'm telling a lot right now, but yeah,
Yeah.
we used
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
boost records back then. But I'm like, we used to tape shit off the jazz station, and we would go to the studio. It would breaks the drums that we had from the records, and we would go make beats in the studio. Like I found out like a lot of rappers and shit used to do that shit back in the days. I was like young. We was like young. We was making shit. And then like, it was crazy. Like that that first studio session we went to, the first one of the first people I met, like I probably know since I was like, yeah, like maybe 16 was like Gene Brown.
Wow.
Gene was in another session with his other dude I know named Tommy. Shout out to Tommy, whatever, like Tommy was like the illest white boy we ever knew. Tommy was nasty. So like they was at the studio session. They came in the hour session and shit. So I've known Gene since then. So yeah, man, like the progression and just working on stuff and like getting shit done. Like we were all instilled in that shit like at an early age. You know what I'm
That's dope.
saying? Yeah, I'm like at an early age. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It was like it was and we had fun. Like I still have fun doing this shit. Ain't a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope, my bro. Thank you for sharing all of that. My bro, we
Yeah.
unpacked the new album. Thanks for all the, you know what I'm saying? You told a lot, and it was really dope to hear the background. We talked about the new album,
Hmm.
Living in Large Buildings with Best Kept, out now on all digital streaming platforms. Incredible songs on there. You talked about new video coming for Funny Farm in about 2 weeks or so, right?
Oh,
And
it's
more
wacky.
things coming.
Yeah, it's a wild video. Yeah, more things coming, more music coming. Like I'm already in 2026 when it comes to releases. Um, I think like the next couple of things, I have like another EP I'm putting out with a UK label that should maybe be out like in a couple of months. It's called Blink Three Times If You're Okay, and then
Wow.
after that, it's self-produced by yours truly.
Wow.
Then after that, I have an album that's coming out in the fall. I'm really proud of this album. It's with Giallo Point. It's called Flashes in the Dark.
That's
So
dope.
yeah, so I'm putting it out through my label. I just did all the paperwork and everything for it. So I think people are really, really gonna like that. So
That's dope.
yeah, yeah, it's a real thought provoking, real introspective like type album and shit. So I think a lot of people gonna like that shit.
And that you're already established in Europe, but that opens it up even more.
Yeah, yeah, like that. The work I'm doing with like a couple of UK artists, a couple of artists in Germany, finishing a couple of like projects with some dope MCs, like Sunny Jim. Like that project could be done soon too. So working, working. Me and Giallo, we working on the next project already.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all about to lap. Like the first joint ain't out yet, but you about to run another lap around them.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to do see Germany soon too. So
Yeah.
keep it all that on a hush hush. So
Yeah.
but yeah, like I'm working. I'm working. I'm like, yo, it's 24 hours in a day. Something gonna get done. That's how I
That's
feel. Yeah,
that's dope.
definitely.
My bro, if we start to wrap up, you mentioned the upcoming project, Blink Three Times, if you're okay. That
Hmm.
hints at some, health things that you went through that as well, acknowledging the hip hop community. We were all, cheering for your recovery and everything. I'm really happy that you're okay. You're a tremendous talent, a good soul. You know what I'm saying? Um, any gems that you could share with us. Your life is different than it was just a couple years ago, given through what you've gone through. We all grow, but you probably grew more. You know what I'm saying? You had to overcome uncommon adversity. Any gems that you could share with people about life, how to thrive given challenges.
Basically, I can just say like stay on your health. I mean, I was pretty much on my health, but like stay on your health, stay focused, stay on your health, stay focused, live your life. If you got any kind of bullshit, anything that you can get rid of, any kind of clutter, anything in your life, get rid of it. Like live your life, learn to live. Like learn to like, you know what I'm saying, just appreciate like the small, like the little things. You know what I'm saying? Like just really learn to value your life because it shit can be taken away just like that. Like mine was taken away like multiple times, but I'm still here. So yeah, just really just like take time out, like look at the world. You know what I'm saying? You got a kind of like shitty world right now, but like look at the beautiful things. Look at the beautiful things in your life. That's what I can say.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for the wisdom. Thank you for the interview, J Cyanide. Living in large buildings, available everywhere. 2025, 2026 is already planned out. My bro, salute to
yeah.
you.
Yo, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Steady King Records.
There it is. Salute, my bro. Build with you again.
Peace.
Peace.